Hi, and welcome back to my own Utopia. And today I am going to be talking to you guys about how to make these beautiful squares for this temperature blanket cowl that we will be making this year for 2022. If you would like to join us, please head over to the other two individuals that is doing this cowl, and that is Kay from KaysCrochetHaven and Miss Cindy from Life and Yarn Tangled. I will have their links down below. We also have a Facebook group. Go ahead and head over there as well, and please join the group. Okay, so like I said, today I am going to show you how to make this solid granny square. You can choose to make the inside the high or low, the outside high or low, or you can make the whole granny square one solid color. So basically the average for the day. You can also choose to wait until the very next day to get the actual average or the actual high and low, and then go ahead and do it. So you'll be technically a day behind. Or you can choose to be a day ahead and look at your calendar or look at your weather, and it can tell you what they estimate it would be. So I am using a worsted weighted Red Heart Super Saver. I am so sorry. I love this yarn. It is a size number 4. Right here, number 4 medium, 100% acrylic, 7 ounces, 199 grams, 355 yards, and 325 meters. They suggest using a number 5 millimeter knitting needle or a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. Now, it does not matter what size hook you use as long as your square equals 3 inches across. I am using a 6.5 millimeter hook or a K, because I am a very tight crocheter. So if you just want 2 rounds and you want it to be 3 inches across so you can have an average throw blanket, then I would suggest you make sure you do a swatch and try to get it as close as possible to 3 inches across. If you want to do 4 rounds, then do the same thing. Do a swatch until you can get the sizing that you need. If you want a queen size blanket, then you will need to make the square a 3.5 inch. Now, the supplies that you will need. Now, the supplies that you will be needing to make your squares is, of course, the yarn that you have chosen to do your temperatures in, a measuring tape to make sure that your squares are 3 inches or 3.5, scissors, a needle so you can sew in your ends, and of course the crochet hook that you are choosing to make sure that your swatch or your squares equal 3 or 3.5 inches. Now, let's go ahead and get a closer look on this so we can go ahead and look at, get a better idea of what we are about to do. Now, if you blow it up for each month, you can see here you have 7 days across, just like a regular calendar. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Start right back over on a Sunday. Now, let's say that December, it started on not a Sunday, Monday, but it started on a Tuesday. So what you would need to do is have 2 blank squares. You can have them white, you can have them gray, you can have them black. It doesn't matter as long as they are uniformed throughout the whole entire blanket. So that way you know that when you see that square, it is a blank day. Not only do you need to look at the top of the square for how many white squares, gray squares, or whatever. Let's just make it simplified. I'm using white. White is here. So not only do you need to look at the top, but you also need to look at the very bottom as well, because you're not going to be going all the way to the very end every single time. As you can see here, this way you can actually visually see and be able to recognize quickly what days are actually not the days of the month. Okay, let's go ahead and do a magic loop. Take the yarn, go in front like you're going to hold it, go behind, 2 fingers, go up, and then make a cross. Take your hook, go in between the cross, grab a hold of it, bring it up, go ahead and let go, because you're holding on to it with your hand right here. Chain 1, lock it down. That way you know, and the way you know if you actually got the magic loop perfect is you pull and it actually tightens the circle. Now, chain 3. Grab your yarn, pull it through. That's 1, 2, 3. Very good. This this chain 3 will be considered as a treble. Now do 3 double crochets. Yarn over, go through your loop, grab a hold of your yarn, pull it up. Straighten everything up. As you can see here, you have 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. You have 2 on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Good job. Now let's do that 2 more times. Wrap your yarn around your hook, go through the center, grab up some more yarn, and you have 3 loops on your hook. 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, so we need 1 more. So yarn around your hook, go through the center, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now, you should have 4 on your circle. So this is your treble. 1, 2, 3. That's part of your square. Now let's do a treble. Yarn over 1, yarn over 2. Go through the loop, yarn over, pull up. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There you go. Let me get some more yarn. Now, let's do 3 more double crochets. I will go slowly. 1, 2, 3. Now remember, the treble is for the corner, so we got to make another corner. So let's do a treble. 1, 2, 3 yarn is over your hook, go through the hole, pull up a loop. Now you have 4 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. There you go. Now let's keep on repeating, keep on moving forward. Let's do 3 more double crochets. So okay. Now, one thing you can do when you're sitting here and you're wondering, well, I wonder, do I have enough? Because you need the 4 points and then you need the 3 double crochets in the center. So you can start off with the first one with the chain. So that's 1, 1, 2, 3. So there you go. There's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. So what is that? 1, 2, 3. This is going to be your 4th. Let's do a treble. Now you need 3 double crochets. Okay, so what you can do is before you do a slip stitch, go ahead and take this loose yarn, pull, 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 pull. Don't break it now. Set it over to the side. Now, let me get myself some more yarn here. There we go. All right. See that little V? 1. Make sure it's clear. Hold on. It's not wanting to focus. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3. Take your hook, go under both loops, pull up, yarn over, pull up some yarn. Do not pull up no more. Take that same hook and that same loop and keep on going. There you go. All right, let's back it up so you guys can see. Looks like a little square, don't it? So pretty. Now, I'm going to keep on going. This is going to be just for the solid white square. The next one, I will show you from this point how to switch to a second color. So, okay, so let's chain 3. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. So as you can see here, 1, 2, 3. Now, this is considered as your treble. Now let's do 2 double crochets. If you're confused about where to place your hook, remember that you have 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, before you get to your corner treble to bring it back. So 1, 2 double crochets. Now in each one of these slots, the double crochets or the 3 V's at the very top, do 1 double crochet across, and then I'll tell you what needs to be done in the corner. Okay, in the corner, we are going to do 2 double crochets, 1 treble, 2 double crochets. 5 stitches in all will be put into this one stitch right here. So, don't worry, I am going to go slow with you. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. There's 1, 2. Now let's do the treble. Yarn over twice. Remember, you need 3 yarns onto your hook. Insert your hook, pull up a loop. Now you have 4. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. We're not done with this one loop yet. So now you need to do 2 more double crochets. Okay, you just did a corner. So again, as you can remember, there's 3 double crochets in between the corners. So in each one of these 3 double crochets, do 1 double crochet on top. So 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet. Now we're back to the corner. We do exactly the same things we did to this one. 2 double crochets, 1 treble, and 2 double crochets. That equals 5 stitches all in one to 1 stitch. So 1, 2 double crochets. Now let's do our treble. And then 2 double crochets. So 1, 2. Now, I'm going to go ahead and finish off doing this square, and then I'll do it right here with you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and show you something a little special over here into the corner. Now, I believe in y'all. I know y'all can do this. So you ready? Here we go. Okay, so we've gotten back to the 3 double crochets. Now, if you recall, in the corner you have to have 2 double crochets, 1 treble, 2 double crochets. When we first started off, we just did a chain 3 as a treble, and then 2. That was it. The difference between this one and your normals is you are missing 2 double crochets in the very beginning. So let's go ahead and place those 2 double crochets and then do a slip stitch at the top of the chain 3. Remember, look for the V's. So 1, 2, 3. Go through the top 2, yarn over, pull up a loop, and keep on going. And there you go. Before you cut it off and you move forward any further, make sure you measure. Now this is in inches. Three inches. And if you need it in centimeters, 7.5. There you go. Now will be the time that you need your scissors. Okay, so you take your hook, you put it back in. Here I'm about to start crocheting again. Make sure you have a decent amount so you can sew it in properly. They didn't want to let go, did they? Okay. A lot of individuals that you can see usually just do a chain 1 and then pull it through. I don't like that method because it undoes for me, especially with my 3 boys constantly pulling at my stuff. So I do a chain 2, pull it all the way through, tighten it down, take a hold of that top knot, and pull it all the way down. So it locks it down. And there you go. Okay, just in case that you would like to make a high and a low for your square, and you do not just want to do a solid square, then this is going to be part of the tutorial where I am going to help you out with that. Now, you do not have to do worsted weight. You can do DK weight, you can do bulky, it does not matter. Again, like I said, as long as the square equals 3 inches across. So you can do the lapghan and equal to what we are doing for the cowl. Or if you want to do a queen size blanket, then you can do 3.5 inches for the square. Okay, so I'm going to show you a different way of making the solid squares. So instead of doing a magic circle, you can just chain 3, connect, and go from there. The same pattern applies. I grab a hold of the end of it, I bring it up and around, and I do it twice. I take the back loop, I go over the front loop, take the back loop again, I go over the front loop, and I go all the way down. I tighten it up, put my hook in. I do one good tight because as you can see, that tightened up the knot. And then from the working yarn, I can pull. And what I do, one trick I do is I keep pulling until it stops. If it keeps on going, I redo it, because the more tension you have from children, grandchildren, if you're wanting this to be an heirloom, you're wanting this to be held together as long as possible, because the individual that is going to be getting this next might not know how to fix a break or just a separation. So again, chain 3, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. If you need to, look at the V's. That will be 1, 2, 3. At the very top, or close to the knot right here, you need to go back to it. at the top of the V, go through, yarn over, pull through, and just keep on going. Go ahead and separate, find the center. Chain 1, 2, 3. This is considered as treble, so we need to do 3 double crochets. Go into that center, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, let's make 2 more double crochets. One, 2. So there's your treble, and then your 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. 4 stitches in all. Okay, let's go ahead and make our beautiful square. So let's do a treble. Yarn over your hook twice, so you have 1, 2, 3. Go through the center, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now you have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold down this tail so you can weave over it. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. That is your corner. That treble is considered as your corner. So let's do 3 more double crochets. Yarn over, go through the center, pull up a loop. Now you have 3. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so let's make 2 more double crochets. So there's your 1 treble, so that's 1, 2, 3. Your second treble, so there you go. See the 3 doubles in the center, so you got 1 corner, 2 corner. Now we need to make your 3rd corner. Let's make a treble. So that's your 3rd corner. So now let's go ahead and make 3 more double crochets. And keep holding down that tail. Okay, so again, here's 1 corner. In between you have the 3 doubles, so that's 2, 3. This one will be your 4th corner, so let's do a treble. And now you need to do 3 double crochets, and then 3rd chain from the top, do a slip stitch. So let's do 3 double crochets. As you can see, everything is starting to get tight in here. So what you can do is you can move it down. There we go. Remember, look for the V's. Go 1, 2, 3. go into the top of the two V's, or the two little loops for the V. I think I made it a little too tight. I did. Yarn over, pull through, and keep on going. There's the top. Don't be afraid to just move everything around. It's not going to break it. It's not going to tear it up. All your hard work is not going to go out the window. It makes everything a lot more clearer, so you'll be able to actually see what you are doing. Okay, so if you're needing to switch, grab your scissors. I'm going to go ahead and move this yarn. So I can have a much more clear workspace. So do 2 chains, 1, 2, and then go ahead and pull that yarn through. Go behind with the knot, tighten it down just a smidge, grab hold of that knot and pull it all the way down. That secures it down quite well. Now, take your second color. Okay, sorry, wee ones are waking up. Okay, so you can go right back into that slot where you just got done fastening off, or you can go into one of the other corners where the treble is at. It is completely and utterly up to you. Some people find it very beneficial to make sure, or to go into another corner, and the reason why is so it's not all bulky on onto one side. So either one is up to you, or it's more difficult to be able to get into that stitch. Either way is fine. It is difficult for me to get into that stitch, especially if I have 2 knots on it. So I'm going to go into the complete opposite. You take your hook, go and you find that treble. Remember how to find that treble now. Remember, you got the 3 and then the treble. So that treble is right there. Go through the top 2 loops. Grab your yarn, hook it, pull it through. Now, I know some people say, do not make knots. Me, I love them. So we're going to make a knot up here. Take that working yarn, or take that yarn that you just pulled over to the side, that little tail, lay it on top. Take your hook, go back through, pull up a loop, and that's where you start. With the second round, we do a chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Do 2 double crochets into that same exact stitch. And go ahead and work over that tail as well, so that way you can go ahead and hide it. So, 1, 2. So just like before, you have 3 double crochets. Go ahead and do 1 single double crochet into each one of the stitches. And then carry that little tail with you. same pattern. So going into the center, we are going to do 2 double crochets, 1 treble, 2 double crochets, 5 stitches into 1 stitch. Hi, Merlin. My little Merlin's coming in here. All 3 of my boys are up. Okay. I feel like this tail is aggravating me, so I am going to go ahead and cut it off. What are you doing? For those of you that do not know, my dog is blind and deaf. There he goes. And he's very old. Okay, let me get myself a little bit more yarn. I'm sorry, I'm just staring at him going, what in the tarnation are you doing? Okay, so same pattern applies. 3 double crochets, put 1 double crochet in the very top of each one. I am so excited for this cowl. I know the other 2 women are so excited, and the individuals that are in the Facebook group are excited as well. Oh my goodness. I love this cowl. I mean, this temperature blanket, the way it's coming out. Okay, so we've gotten to the little knot. We're going to do the same thing. It's the corner. I'm going to take this little thing and I'm going to pull it up. That way I can get a better view of where my hole is. So same pattern. 2 doubles, 1 treble, 2 doubles. And try to get that little tail to go in there too. That way you don't have to sew it in. Less ends to sew. A whole lot easier. Now, same pattern. You have 3 double crochets. Put 1 into every top stitch. So look for it. Here it is. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I am going to cut this tail. It's been sewed in beautifully, so no worries. Hope everyone's weather is doing beautifully. We have a lot of rain coming in. Here we have a lot of really warm weather here as well. Unfortunately, ooh, my yarn decided to knot on itself. Oh well, I got it. It has got the plants and the animals like all kinds of confused. We got ants out there trying to come out of dormancy. I got daffodils coming up. I have my butterfly plant is starting to flower, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Is my plants confused, or do I am I just refusing to accept the fact that we're not getting a winter this year? I'm not quite sure. Usually, I mean, after the many years of being here, the plants have always been right. Even though everyone else is sitting there going, oh no, we still have winter. I'm like, okay. And I'll watch my plants and they're always right. And my plants are always right. When they start to bloom, that's when I know winter is over. Okay, so if you remember from the solid, when we got back to the very corner, the pattern is supposed to be 2 double crochets, 1 treble, 2 doubles. When we started off, we only have 1 treble, 2 doubles. So to equal it up compared to the other corners as well, we need to have 2 doubles right in the front. Then we need to do a slip stitch on the top of the chain 3. So there's your 1, 2, follow the V's, 1V, 2V, 3V. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then keep on going. And again, if you're not sure about your gauging, make sure you measure. So let's put this more into the view so you guys can see. I love the colors I chose. I am so happy they're showing up. Let's get the hook out of the way, you guys, so we can measure this much more nicely. We need 3, or for me, I need 3 inches. I made it a little tight, but after I sit there and I stretch everything out just a smidge. Watch this. It lays down flatter. Everything's much more even. And I'm exactly 3 inches. Okay. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. I hope that this helped you guys out, and I am so sorry I just got done hitting it. So here's the 2 solid squares. My next tutorial that I will be doing is to show you guys how to join the squares on an even keel and to do the corners, so the connecting corners as well. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and until next time, bye you guys.